Ever feel like there's this untapped power within you, just waiting to be unleashed? Like you're capable of achieving anything if you just put your mind to it? That's the exciting stuff we're diving into today.
Yeah.
The master key system.
Absolutely.
And its claim that your thoughts can shape your reality.
It's powerful stuff.
And we're not just talking about, like, positive vibes here. We're talking about a real, tangible impact on your experiences.
It's a bold claim for sure.
Yeah.
But it's amazing how much it resonates with modern thinkers and even ancient wisdom.
Right. We're talking about connecting a system that's over a century old with insights from people like Dr. Joe Dispenza, Neville Goddard, even Albert Einstein.
Yeah.
And we're going to see how this all ties back to the 7 Hermetic principles,
Twice.
showing just how timeless these ideas really are.
What we're going to uncover is that while the master key system might seem like this intriguing, almost mystical concept, it's actually grounded in principles that are reflected in fields like quantum physics and neuroscience.
Okay, so let's unpack this idea that our thoughts are that powerful. The master key system claims that our thoughts are not just fleeting things, but actual forces that shape our experiences, attract opportunities, and even influence the people around us. Now, if that's true, that's kind of a big deal, right?
It is a huge deal. Think about it this way. Dr. Joe Dispenza's research shows that our minds don't differentiate between a past thought and a present thought. So if you're constantly dwelling on a past mistake, your brain is essentially reliving it, strengthening those neural pathways.
So if my mind treats a past thought like it's happening now, then flipping that script and focusing on positive thoughts on what I want to happen could actually have a real impact.
Precisely. It's about recognizing the power your thoughts have in shaping your reality. It's not just wishful thinking, it's about understanding the mechanics of how your mind interacts with the world.
So if we're constantly thinking about what we don't want, like financial struggles, for example, are we actually attracting more of that into our lives?
Unfortunately, that's exactly what the master key system suggests. By focusing on lack, you're aligning your vibration with lack. But here's the empowering part. You have the power to change that frequency. And that's where the law of vibration comes in.
Okay, break this law of vibration thing down for me. It's one of those concepts that can feel a little fuzzy.
It might seem fuzzy at first, but it's actually rooted in a pretty fundamental principle that everything is energy. And to explain this, we can look to none other than Albert Einstein and his famous equation,
E=mc².
Einstein and the master key system, who knew, I have to admit, physics isn't exactly my forte, but I'm intrigued.
The key
E=mc².
is that energy and matter are intertwined, and everything vibrates at a specific frequency. Your thoughts, energy, your emotions, also energy. And according to the law of vibration, aligning your thoughts with the frequency of what you want, success, abundance, love essentially makes you a magnet for those experiences.
So let's say I want to manifest a new job that's more aligned with my passions. If I'm constantly thinking about being stuck in my current job, feeling frustrated and unfulfilled, am I actually pushing that dream job further away?
It's not that you're pushing it away, but you're aligning yourself with the frequency of those negative feelings, which according to the master key system attracts more of the same. But, and this is where it gets really interesting, you have the ability to consciously choose a different thought, a different feeling, and therefore a different vibrational frequency.
So instead of dwelling on my current reality, I should be focusing my thoughts and energy on the reality I want to create.
Exactly. Absolutely. Think of it like tuning a radio. If you want to listen to a specific station, you have to adjust the dial to the right frequency. The same goes for manifesting your desires. You have to align your thoughts, feelings, and actions with the frequency of what you want to experience.
Okay, I'm starting to see how this all works, but it also feels like it would take a lot of mental discipline. In a world full of distractions, how do we even begin to shift our focus and hold that frequency?
You've hit on a crucial point, and this is where the principle of concentration comes and a key element of the master key system. In a world bombarded with information and stimulation, the ability to focus your mind is like a superpower.
It really does feel that way sometimes. So much easier said than done, though, right?
It definitely takes practice, but it's not about becoming some kind of Zen master who never has a stray thought. It's about recognizing when your mind wanders and gently guiding it back to the thoughts and feelings that are in alignment with your goals.
So it's more about intentional redirection than forcing our minds to be completely still. I can get behind that.
Exactly. Now, when we talk about the power of focused thought, we can't ignore the incredible work of Dr. Joe Dispenza and his research on neuroplasticity.
Right, because it's one thing to say our thoughts shape our reality, but it's another to understand how that actually happens in our brains.
Exactly. Dispenza's research shows that when we consistently focus on a specific thought or feeling, We're literally rewiring our brains. We're creating new neural pathways, new connections that make it easier to think those thoughts, and more importantly, to take aligned action.
So it's not just wishful thinking, we're actually changing the physical structure of our brains by directing our attention. That's mind-blowing.
It is. Think about it this way. Every time you focus on a positive outcome, every time you visualize yourself achieving a goal, you're strengthening those neural pathways, making it easier for your brain to default to those positive, productive thought patterns. You're essentially training your brain for success.
Okay, so we're tuning our thoughts to the right frequency, we're concentrating like it's our job, and we're rewiring our brains for success. Anything else we need to add to this manifesting toolkit?
Now, this is where things get really interesting. This is where we start tapping into the concept of the universal mind.
Okay, I have to admit, this one always feels a little mysterious to me. Are we talking about channeling cosmic energy here?
Not quite. Think of it less about channeling and more about recognizing that we're all connected to a field of infinite intelligence and potential. It's not separate from us, it's the source from which everything arises, including our thoughts and inspirations.
We're not trying to access something outside of ourselves. We're recognizing that we're already part of this vast interconnected web of energy and potential.
Beautifully put.
Right.
And this is where the work of Neville Goddard comes in. He proposed that the human mind can't even conceive of a thought unless it already exists as a possibility within the universal mind.
Wait, so you're telling me that every idea, every invention, every dream someone's ever had, it's all already out there in the ether just waiting to be tapped into?
In a sense, yes.
Yeah.
This means that even the seemingly impossible is possible, because the potential already exists within the universal mind. It's about aligning our vibration with that potential.
Okay, now my mind is officially blown. But if we're all part of this universal mind and everything is already a possibility, does that mean we don't really have free will? Are we just along for the ride?
That's a great question, and it leads us right into another key principle, the law of cause and effect, which beautifully complements the idea of the universal mind.
So we're not just passengers on this predetermined journey. We actually have a say in how our lives unfold.
Exactly. The law of cause and effect reminds us that every action, every thought has a consequence. We are the captains of our ships. The master key system beautifully illustrates that we have the power to choose our thoughts, and those thoughts determine our actions, which ultimately shape our reality. It's not about surrendering to fate, but about recognizing our role as the conscious architects of our lives.
So it's not about passively hoping for things to change. It's about actively directing our thoughts and actions towards what we want to create.
Precisely. The Hermetic principle of cause and effect echoes this beautifully. Nothing happens randomly. Every outcome, every experience is a result of a previous cause, whether it's a thought, an action, or a combination of both.
This is all starting to make sense, but how does this work in a practical way? Like, if I'm visualizing my dream job, how does that thought actually manifest into a tangible offer?
Visualization. This is where the master key system gets really interesting, and where Neville Goddard's insights provide some powerful techniques. He talked about the importance of not just seeing your desired outcome in your mind's eye, but feeling it as if it's already happening.
Feeling it as if it's already happened. What does that mean exactly?
It means engaging all your senses.
Yeah.
If you're visualizing that dream job, don't just picture yourself in the office. Feel the excitement of the new challenge. Hear the congratulations from your colleagues. Even imagine the sense of accomplishment washing over you.
So it's like creating a movie in my mind, but instead of just watching it, I'm actually in the movie experiencing every sensation.
A perfect analogy. When you vividly imagine and feel the reality you want, you're sending a powerful message to the universal mind, aligning yourself with the frequency of that reality. It's like creating a blueprint with both the image and the energetic signature of your goal.
No, that's powerful.
Yeah.
It's like we're combining the creative force of our imagination with the energetic power of our emotions.
Exactly. And you know what else amplifies that energy?
Gratitude.
Gratitude.
Isn't that more about being thankful for what we already have?
It is, but it's also a powerful manifestation tool. Remember how we talked about aligning your vibration with the frequency of what you want? Gratitude acts as a shortcut to raising your vibration to match the frequency of abundance.
So even if my current reality feels far from ideal, finding things to be grateful for, no matter how small, can help me shift my energy towards a more abundant state.
Precisely. It's about training your mind to focus on the good, to appreciate what you have, which opens you up to receiving even more good things. The master key system reminds us that by embodying the energy of gratitude, you're more likely to attract experiences that are aligned with that same frequency.
This is incredible. We've covered so much ground, from the power of our thoughts and the importance of concentration to the concepts of the universal mind and the law of cause and effect. It's amazing to see how the master key system, these modern thinkers, and even ancient wisdom traditions all seem to point to these same core truths.
It really highlights the timeless wisdom of these principles. Whether you call it the law of attraction, quantum physics, or ancient hermetic wisdom, it all boils down to the idea that we are active participants in creating our reality. It's a powerful concept, and for many, a life-changing one.
Absolutely. So as we wrap up this deep dive, what's the one key takeaway you want our listeners to walk away with?
If you only remember one thing from our conversation today, remember this. You are not merely a product of your circumstances. You are a powerful creator with the ability to shape your reality through the power of your thoughts, beliefs, and actions.
Beautifully said. And with that empowering thought, we'll wrap up this deep dive. We hope this exploration has sparked your curiosity and inspired you to unlock your own inner powerhouse. Until next time, keep those thoughts positive, those vibes high, and keep diving deep into the fascinating world around you.
Wow, that was truly mind-blowing. Since embarking on this journey, I've found that revisiting this wisdom, or any knowledge you're passionate about, can make a world of difference. Whether it's first thing in the morning or right before bed, these moments of reflection help to shape our minds, expand our potential, and keep us on the path of growth. Imagine what could happen if you made these ideas part of your daily ritual. The big screen in your life is waiting, and you're in the director's chair. Let's keep exploring the infinite possibilities together. If this resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. There's so much more ahead.